Welcome to day 9 of the 1K per day challenge. Today we're going to be assembling your bribe. So the biggest thing is to remember that you're building an audience here, and even though that we are going to be creating separate opt-in forms for each product you're promoting, you don't want to forget that you're still building an audience. So you want to create a feeling of community. Let's put all this stuff up here. Offer some kind of exclusivity, some kind of discounts, coupons, deals, perks, etc. So if you're selling mostly information, you can offer insider information, something where it makes them feel like they're a part of something that's bigger than them, but it's also giving them exactly what it is that they want. So this is extremely important. Like what I just said, your bribe should always be customized on every page based on the product that you're promoting, and that is I can't stress how important this is. Don't just have an opt-in page that says opt in to get exclusive deals and coupons. They're not going to do that. The point of this is to not only build the email list, but you're building the email list as a byproduct of this entire strategy. Just putting an opt-in form in front of the affiliate link is really what increases conversions, and the byproduct is that you have an audience built alongside that. So it's important you remember that. What we're excuse me. So what we're going to do today is go back to the product, your first sale. I can't talk today. Your first affiliate product blog post. Sorry. And we're going to finish that up. We're going to add a specific opt-in form to that page, as well as set up our first 2 initial emails. So the 2 emails are a welcome email, and you can just use a regular follow-up email inside of Aweber, because it's gonna go to everybody that gets added to the list, regardless of what product they're viewing. The welcome email is just welcoming them to the the quote-unquote exclusive group. Second email is going to be the link email, so the email that's delivering the affiliate link. And you, in Aweber, you can create a campaign for these, and they can be unique to each web form, and you can make unlimited number of web forms. And each web form, you can set a tag inside of each web form that will trigger a campaign to start. So you'll watch me do that one here right now. So let's go back over to my blog, and I'm going to go open my post. Let me open my notes here. So I got some notes, that's some sales copy for gardening stuff. Let's see. Yeah, here are some notes I took down yesterday. This is the code that we're going to use to change the link color to something that's more obvious. And I just kind of brainstormed some header menu items that that would be for this particular niche would be they would work very well. These are pretty standard here. Obviously, the about page, contact page, blog page. This is the exclusive club, so this could either go to a standalone page, which would be ideal, or it could actually even trigger a pop-up straight from the navigation. And these will probably end up being categories on my WordPress site. So after I create this, I need to assign a category to this post, and I could name the category new or popular, and then just change the category for the products based on how new or popular they are. That's one option, or I could just basically merge these into one and say new or trending, or you call it something. So I'm going to start with just a couple of these in my menu for now, and we'll obviously I can't add all this right now if these don't go anywhere yet, so I'll just fill in the ones that I think are relevant. And then this is just some copy that I started writing ahead of time, just so you're not looking at me stumble on the screen here. But I didn't like find this anywhere or copy off of anything. So if you're trying to figure out where I came up with that, it was just top of my head. It took me about maybe a minute to write that. So I will, and that's going to be kind of a template. I'll probably change it around a little bit. So you'll see me go back and forth from this notepad file here a little bit. So I'm going to click here to edit this. And let's see. What am I doing here? Oh, I want to preview this because I want to go and make those changes right now to these links, and I want to show you how to actually figure this out yourself if you're at all interested. So this is what we're changing right here. I want to make sure people know where to click when there is a link that I want them to click, meaning really the only links I'm ever going to put inside of the body copy of these posts are going to be affiliate links, or in reality it's an opt-in form link right when they click it. So I don't want to change these because these I don't really care if they click them. It's fine that they aren't obvious links to me. So that's important. You don't want to just change the styling of every single link on this page. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of trouble because these are all links up here. They're all just styled differently. So the way you can do this, if you go to Customize, and then down here you'll see Additional CSS. This will be an option in pretty much every WordPress theme, regardless of which one it is. So to figure out like how this is currently styled, that's part of the way to when you're looking to style something, you got to figure out first how is it already styled, and then how can I override that? Because we're not technically taking this away, we're just overriding it by adding our CSS code here. And it's going to come after the code that's styling it. So whatever comes last is the style that it takes from. So to figure out first what it's styled from, if you're using Chrome, you can right click and go to Inspect. And you'll see up there it is highlighted right there. You can see self-defense siren. It's inside of, these are called anchor tags. The href would be the link where the person is sent when they click. And I remember I just put hashtags in there for now. So that's the HTML behind the page. This is the CSS down here. And this is what is controlling the style. So if I uncheck, let's see, if I uncheck this right here, this box shadow, let me unclick this thing here for a second. If I uncheck box shadow, watch how that link changes. So it took that away, and now let's see there's a little border there. That's what this is. So if I uncheck that, that's gone. So it allows you to play with stuff here, and then that kind of tells you like, hey, okay, now I know I need to get rid of the border, I need to get rid of box shadow, and then I can just change the color. So bringing my notepad file back over here, that's exactly what I've done here. So I did a border bottom, changed it to none, and box shadow, changed it to none, and then color is what's called a hexadecimal color. This is just the standard blue, like the 1991 blue hyperlink, and I use that because that's people know without a doubt that it's a hyperlink. And I also added an underline because 1991 hyperlinks were underlined. Again, man, I use the stuff that people know and then what works. So I'm gonna copy this, and I'm just going to paste it in here. And as soon as I paste it, this should change to exactly what I want it to be. Actually, before I do that, well, let me paste it in there and show you. So you see now it's that standard hyperlink color. But you notice when I hover over it, it's still got that weird gray box that's going up. So that's the other part of my text file here. Right here, see there's a hover added to that A tag. And it's the box shadow that's making it do that. So the other thing you can do is if you right click on the element up here, you can do force state and change. You can force the state. So you can say I want to see what it looks like when somebody's hovering it. So I'm going to click hover, and now it changes to make it look like what it looks like when it's hover, but it also shows the CSS of when it's hover. That's what we need to see. We need to see what we need to get rid of. So that's exactly what I've got here. So it shows box shadow and then a color. So when it's hovered, I want no box shadow, and I want the color to be just a little bit darker than this blue up here, so it does make it look like you are hovering it. So I'm going to copy that and put that in there. So now you can see the hover state is still on, and now the color is a little bit darker. So let me go back and take that state of hover off, and now I'm back to my regular color. Now if I hover it, it gets a little bit darker, and that's it. So just wanted to show you real quick how you can determine what stuff is getting styled from and how, and then what you need to change. Last thing I want to mention though is you'll notice that these didn't change, or these, and that's what the entry content is. So if I go up and find entry content, when there's a dot before it, that means it's a class. So right here, the div with a class of entry content is containing basically all of the content. So you see when I hover over it, what's getting highlighted is just all of the content is in that. But you'll notice what's not in it are those links up there. So that's why I started it with entry content and then the A. That's telling the page to only style the text links that are inside of the entry content div. So just a little bit of a CSS and a little bit of HTML lesson there, but you know, I know some people are probably like, that's just I don't really care, and that's fine. You know, cool. I just like showing it to people in case they are interested and want to learn. It's you know. So I'm going to publish that, and so links here, menus. So left menu is, all right, what did I got on my screen here? All right, exclusive club, blog, popular new, about, contact. So can definitely do contact, right? I should have a contact. Or wait, I want that on the right menu. So I'll add that. Let's see. I'll get rid of one of those. Probably only gonna have 2 on each side for now. I'm gonna add actually, I'm gonna see if this works before I add it. I think it should. I think it's just a standard WordPress thing if you just have a /blog. Oh, guess not. So I'm gonna have to do home, which is one that they've got here. And get rid of one of these other ones. Actually, get rid of 2 of the other ones. So it's going into my home page. However, I want it to say blog, not home. And I want it to be, actually I don't want it to be the first one. What I want to be the first one is the exclusive club. And actually, I just named it. I named it that in this file because I wasn't sure what to call it. I'm just going to call it Insiders. That sounds better than exclusive club. And I do want blog to be first in that case. So let's see, what else do I got in my file? So that one is good. So these are really the only 2. I need an about page. I can whip up a quick about page. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. I'm just going to save that and make the page real quick. About us, exclusive insiders. Actually, let me just pretty much use what I wrote for the most part. From here on out, I'll just Real get free instant access to thousands of dollars of exclusive discounts and deals for the hottest new gadgets in the world. Cool. I'm going to assign it the Gadget Confidential team, even though, like I said, it's important to have a face of the company or something like that. But for right now, I'm not gonna mess with the time it's gonna take to do that. It doesn't really take a lot of time because it's just more of a personal type story is what I'm gonna add to this. I'll keep all of this up here. But, about us is not about me, so it should be about the company more than just one person. Okay, that page is good. I do need to refresh this now for the menu to recognize that new page. It's going to go on the right menu. Get rid of that. And add About Us. And do it first there. Sweet. So insiders. Okay. Yeah, I will come back to that. I want to make sure first that I've got all the main components of this page so that it really is ready to roll. Because what is today? Tomorrow we're choosing a traffic source, and the day after that we are setting up the campaign, so we will be ready to roll here very quickly. Alright, now it is time to basically create the email list and add all of the email functionality to this site. So I'm going to close the customizer. So, yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I really like this theme. It looks a lot like Medium. If you've never been on like a Medium, like Medium.com, it's very like minimalist, clean, easy to read. The font makes it real easy to read. So I think it goes along pretty well with gadget type stuff. My logo probably isn't the best, but hey, it's fine. Alright, so I've got Aweber open. I'm going to, I already got my list made. I already did that. Forgot about that. What else? We got everything. I just want to double check that everything is how it's supposed to be. Alright, address, all that stuff's good. Confirmation message off, cool. So now we've got to basically create, trying to think of the best way to do this here. Yeah, let's just do the welcome email first. So, like I said, if you're using Aweber, you can basically set up a welcome email for anyone who joins the list. Doesn't need to be like based on a tag or anything like that. So I'm just going to create that message first. And I really want to, so this message, this welcome email is for the insiders, the exclusive group. And I really want that one to feel more like a newsletter than a personal message from me, whereas the autoresponder messages about the specific product are going to be more along the lines of a personal message from me. So I don't ever do this, but I'm going to look at the templates that Aweber has. I cringe as I do that because the majority of them, honestly, have never been very good. So let's see with this one. See, I like the boxed version, like the boxed kind of newsletters. So what is that? I can't really tell what that is, but I guess just they're wanting, you can drop images there. Yeah, it's still like just not a very good platform for like template work, because I honestly would much rather use my own templates, which I can. It's just not, they're just not very user friendly. But I think I'm going to. I just think it's going to be better. It's going to look better in the end. So I'm just going to delete that. It's a little bit more technical, but not really. It's like copy and paste. So the difference is, I have all kinds of HTML templates. Mostly my HTML templates are all like newsletter based, because that's the only time I'll use templates is when I'm actually creating a newsletter, something people are expecting to be a newsletter, to give it that newsletter feel. Although it's not the newsletter you get from companies where it's saying 29 different things, and one is an image on the left, then an image on the right, then an image on the left, and they're all just not related at all. It's not like any of those templates. They are the direct response style templates, basically, that I've gotten the design from Agora, because they use it on all of their stuff, and pretty much if they do it, I know it works, because they've got so much money for testing. They wouldn't continue using something like that if it didn't work. So I have, let's see, I'm gonna pull this over here while I look around. It won't take me long, because I just used these not that long ago. So I'm sorry, I'm still looking over here, trying to pick one that I think is going to be the best. So I'll show you a couple of these. That actually isn't the one that I thought it was. That's still okay. That's a good one too, though. This is really the one I was thinking. So So let's see, I got a couple others here. Yeah, these are really basically the same, just different newsletter boxes in the middle. So this is probably the same too. Yeah. So these are the best two, or three, sorry. And I really want one that has more of a header at the top than just a logo. Although, let me look at my logo again, see how that's gonna. There's not really a whole lot I can do, I guess. It's just black and white, so I can't have like a dark color and then light like that. So I may end up having to design something, and again, you can do this in Canva. I'm actually not sure if they have some kind of header. Let's see. Probably not specifically to a newsletter header. Let's just type newsletter and see. I got all kinds of stuff, but yeah, that's 8.5 by 11. So, can't remember what the size is of this. This was an image. Let me see. Here's another trick for you. Right click, inspect, find the image, and you'll see that the top there, it shows, it'll look up here when I hover over it, it shows the size in pixels, which it actually shows over what my mouse is too. So 600 by 94. So my image is actually double that, which is what I created. I doubled it for like Retina screens. So 1137 by 178. 1137, 178. Create design. So that's the size right there. Now you can do. These are basically like templates that you can drag over. So each one of these would be an image, or you can just start, messing with colors and graphics and stuff like that. So I've got a bunch of different background images you can just throw in there, all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, I will. I'll mess around with that. Probably, I end up doing, like I said, a lot of my stuff in graphic program for Mac, but it's really the same thing. So I'll start like this one, it's just a blue background, and then my logo on top of it. It's nothing fancy. So it'd be like, colors, and then, I think the blue is, something along the lines of that. Like for mine, that's what I can't figure out. It's going to take me a little while to figure out how I can use black and white, but so instead of wasting like an hour on this screen here, I'm going to still undecided, I guess. Where I'm torn is I like the border like that with the gray background, whereas this one is really no border. I can add a border, I guess, pretty quickly, but actually I think this one's probably going to be better for tech type stuff. So instead of the background like that for now, it's just going to be my logo with a white background, and then obviously not, any of this stuff. So which one is this? Number 2 in this folder.